Welcome to Old School Garage. Today's episode is going to be a really special one because I'm Mike Hill Motorsport, and what you're seeing here, it's a Mark 1 Escort Mexico. So let's see today's episode. This place is magical. You don't want to miss this. So in here the guy is doing some magical restoration. I mean, if you look at this Mexico, it's just a magical car, isn't it? I mean, it's halfway through the project, all the bits inside. We're gonna grab Mike very soon for a bit of a chit chat, but you see the work in here. I mean, look at this, guys, it's absolutely lovely. Twin choke Weber on it. And there is another car in here. This was a barn find. So this has been rescued not long ago and it's been parked up since I think 2002, if I remember right. Twin Weber on it. Look at this setup, it's just nice. Sorry about the picture, it's a tiny little bit dark in here, but also there is another project up in a ramp. That one gonna have a Lotus engine, and behind us it's a Mark II shell which has been restored. It's still on the jig, so completely empty. It's been sprayed. So it's ready for his new owner, because I did ask Mike and he said maybe this is gonna be just a project sell to somebody as is, so anybody can choose what engine they're gonna put in there, what setup they're gonna do, because you know it's a very mixed match what sorts of engine you want to put in there. You know, if you were going to go down to the resto mode, you know, put a Z-Tech in there or put a Pinto in there, or you just go completely classic, you know, it's up to anybody, you know. But this car, I mean, they got done some really nice work to it, you know, done the flare arches, and they are still. So all this work went into it. It's not a fiber extension on this car. So really good work. Till I can grab Mike for a few words, I'm gonna look outside because you're gonna absolutely love that, what's outside. Outside in here, they got the sales cars. So this is like a hot rod, rat rod style. I think it's a Plymouth. I saw this car, I can't open it at the moment because we need two of us, but this has been converted into a Jag 4-liter V8. And if you see, there is the side pipes. We probably try to start it later on if we can. Also 911 Targa. That's definitely a good little project for somebody. Look at the inside. Lovely brand leather. I mean, the inside looks in pretty good nick. It's pretty good nick. Lovely car. See, floor panels, all the carpets has been pulled up, and it looks a solid car. Classic Porsche instruments. Oh, I tell you what, I remember these bloody years ago. Equalizer for a head unit. Wow. Mercedes W114 220 diesel. Automatic, okay. Look at that, lovely. I always fancy one of them. So I got the W123 myself. It's just basic instruments. It's lovely. Auto box. MB text seats, which was very common in these Mercedes. MB text, because it's not leather. But there is more to see in here than these cars. These cars for sale, and we're gonna go see more cars for sale. Loads of projects in here. Some of them is projects, some of them it's for sale. So some of the cars they're gonna fix in here. So there are some cool cars. Mark III Escort, if you guys following my channel, you know me and Tiok 4x4 was restoring one. Well, we get it back on the road really, fixed it and drive it. And it's been part of for 31 years. This is a lovely car. An XR3 type. I know this is a replica, it's not actually an XR3. 2-door Mark 1 Escort. 4-door Mark 1 Escort. It's even a classic Range Rover in here. You know, so it's all sorts of stuff. Mark 3 Escort Courier. I mean, I've not seen one of these for years. Yes. Ford Anglia. Probably seen better days, but I mean, it's, you know, it's a bit of a project, but it's still fixable. And look at that baby in here. Oh, the costume artwork. Murray Park. I don't remember those. Probably one of those viewers, you remember them. I mean, it looks like a cool van, really. I mean, if we can restore this, I mean, if they can restore this to original condition, you know, with the same scheme of painting, I think it would be amazing. Cortina Deluxe, next to a RS Turbo. And this RS Turbo has been rolled. But it's still an RS Turbo. Part right next to a Mark 1 Fiesta. That's nice. Right behind it is a Mini. There is another Escort. I mean, and these are all for sale, you know. Anybody can pop down in here and buy any of these cars or projects. I mean, if you're coming down in here, you see this is like a proper old school race car. Wasn't much of the roll cage back in the day, is it? I mean, that's not a lot compared to modern cars. There are some cars have a little damage in there, but I mean, it's not too bad. You can fix that. It's easy enough. Another Mark 1 Escort. Again, next to a Land Rover, right next to an Austin, I think it's A35 if I remember right. That's a quirky little thing. Look at that. That's cool. A lovely BMW project. And you can see somebody already start putting some work onto it. But yes. Can we open it up? Oh, it's a left-hand drive. It's a left putter. It's a left putter. Nope. We got a cool camper. This is a later one because it's not a split windows. So inside, it's not looking too bad. Yes, quite cool, isn't it? Funny thing is, this is not all. Oh, I want to show you this Popular. This is one of them, my favorite in here, this car. So let's jump inside, have a look. So this one, sold as a project, but you see the platina on it? So original. I think could polish up and put some clear coat on it. Some nice set of wheels. And that's it. Or, I wonder... Okay, we're in neutral. Choke out. Come on, baby, start up. I mean, Mike said it's probably out of fuel. Oh no, she starts. Go on, baby. She starts. That's cool, isn't it? I put the choke back because I think the car is just dying, but okay, clutch is up. Okay, gears, first, reverse, second, third. It's a 3-speed. That's really made my day today. I love this car. Yeah, it's a bit lumpy. I think it's just down on fuel and it's probably not been running too much, but it's cool. So that's a very cool looking car. Oh, I love to buy this one. What you reckon, guys? Would be a good idea? Absolutely love it, these rear lights. They're just amazing. So let's go to the other part of this yard. There is more cars for sale. When I said more cars for sale, that's what I meant. It's absolutely crazy. I just want to put a caravan in there, wake up every morning and look at this lot. Because it's changing all the time. I think it's absolutely brilliant. Mark IV Escort, 3-door. Cortina. I mean, if you're coming across the field, you see there is like a Rover estate next to a Porsche 928, right next to a Jag XJC, and right behind that it's a Mark II. It's just the collection of cars, it's unreal. Mark III Escort. Let's just move through. I mean, XR2 Fiesta, Cortina, right next to a Popular. It's all sorts of random cars in here. There is an old tractor in there, Mercedes 190, looks like an Evo-ish. It's got a flared. Oh, it's locked. Yes, there's a Mercedes in there. Another Escort. Some Rover. It's a Mitsubishi Colt. Right. To be honest with you, I never actually seen one in a flash. That's rare as anything. I mean, it's in absolutely good nick. Well, apart from that hole in there, but the interior is so original. Look at that. Nice vinyl seats. Nice speedo. Oh, it's a good, proper good old stereo in there. Mitsubishi Colt Gallant. Right. Nice. It's actually in good nick. Well, those are driving. This one isn't. Something is missing. But still, oh, it was a 2-liter. Right. Probably somebody had a good old Pinto engine out from it. Well, this could be a cool project for somebody. There are some crazy projects in here. W123, I have exactly the same one, same color. Peugeot 504, 2-door. I don't actually think I ever seen one in 2-door with the 4 square headlights. I can't remember I did, if I ever did. It's just such a variety of cars. This is a left-hand drive. I mean, it's seen better days, but it's not too bad. Okay, they got a Vauxhall in here, but at least it's a Bertoni limited edition, not just a Vauxhall, but it is what it is. Another Escort project. So this is the guy, Retro Car Sales, Mike Hill Motorsport. To be honest with you, I only came up in here by an accident looking at a car online, and when I turned up in here, I've just been absolutely gobsmacked. This is unbelievable place. I mean, it's truly, you come in here, you can spend in here a day, and I think you should as well, because it's pretty good. And the cars is changing all the time, and what you can see behind me, I remember the place called Twigworth Breakers years ago used to be very similar to this one. Well, not this one, but you know, like car-wise, they had all sorts of cars in there. So this is similar stuff, really. So it's absolutely brilliant. So I'm here with Mike, as I mentioned, and we're talking about his project. This is a Ford Escort Mexico.
Yes,
and you're rebuilding this.
Yeah, it's a 73 Mexico, UK car.
Actual Mexico, it's not a replica, no, it's an actual replica.
Yeah, genuine AVO built car, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, we bought this a few years ago. The previous owner had stripped it already to parts, so it was down to a bare shell when we got it. Needing a lot of work, a lot of welding mainly. So it's had new inner wings, front panel, front wings, arches, sills, floors.
So a whole lot?
Basically, yes, yeah. A lot of reconstruction work. The main bulkhead's original, and the roof and the back wings are still original.
Because it's so rare to find an actual official Mexico now, isn't it? As a project to do up, because it's either been done up or they're just gone. Yes,
yeah, exactly, yeah. So many of them have just been scrapped, and I mean, a lot of them have been rebuilt since, from parts. But to find an original shell in the first place is the key, yeah.
Can you explain why that 1600 GT badge is on a piss?
Because of spurious wing, and the ollie was not in the right place.
Great excuse. Just to let you know, guys, I find Mike by an accident. I coming down to look at a car, then I walked in here. This is a proper man's cave. I mean, this whole yard. Yeah. I mean, you're dealing with cars. I mean, rare cars.
Yeah.
The walk around in the yard was just amazing.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah. You're not the first person to say that, but
yeah, I mean, if anybody want to come in here, and want to buy a car from here, it's a place to come, especially if you're into Fords.
Yeah. Mark 1 and 2 Escort spares and cars. Yeah, we've got plenty of bits.
Yeah, and I've seen all the projects in here, which is I had a quick walk around in the beginning of the video, and this was a barn find. This marked
this
one.
This is a 1300 Sport originally. Yeah, the guy who sadly passed away a couple of years ago, he'd actually owned this car since about 82 or 83, I think.
Wow.
And he modified it fairly heavily over the years. So it's now running, it's got a 1600 engine, it's got a 2000E Mexico type gearbox, lots of other bits, LSD, leader suspension. Yeah, but the unusual thing about this car is it's a factory black vehicle. And black was actually a special order back in the day, so it wasn't.
Was it? Okay.
Yeah, it was a special order, so somebody had to probably paid extra for that, and certainly had to wait for it.
Because I've seen black Escorts before, but obviously this is like full-on factory.
A factory colour.
People normally murder it out and paint it black and make it as a race car, painted black. Wow.
That's right. Yeah.
So that's extremely rare, I guess.
It is. Yes. Yeah.
How long have you been dealing with Escorts now?
Well, I bought my first Escort when I was like 12 or 13, or got my dad to buy it for me at least.
Okay.
Ever since then, really, yeah.
So since then, you're breeding and living Fords, really?
Basically, yeah. And then I started obviously importing a few vehicles. Sort of probably 10 or 12 years ago, I started importing the first few, just because the prices and the availability here, and it's just gone on from there, really. And
you turn it into this hobby project, work, and basically everything now.
Yeah, some people call it hoarding, or I call it a hobby, but yeah.
Yeah, hoarding, it's relevant, isn't it? Because women go out and buy shoes for no reason, so blokes go out and buy cars.
Yeah, that's it, yeah. And then you need another one for spares, and then...
And another one.
And another one.
And another one. And is the other one going to have a different spec or a different paint code?
That's it, yeah.
Different engine?
Yeah. And your mate hears about it and he says, I've got one. And then, before you know it, you're surrounded by them. But still, it's a nice problem to have, I think.
I think it's the best problem to have, because you can spend your money on nonsense thing, in a word.
Yes.
Might as well do it on something you enjoy in your life, isn't it? And
exactly.
Make it your passion, make it your work, because they always say if you work in, if you're doing your hobby is your work.
Yeah.
You never work a day in your life, isn't it?
That's right. Yeah. So I say I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't go on holiday. So got to do something, haven't I? So.
I think you go on a holiday when you want to buy a vehicle.
Ah, yeah, well, that's an excuse, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. Oh, darling, we're going to go for a holiday.
Yeah.
Just pop in somewhere and you're just disappearing for a day just to buying cars, yeah?
Exactly,
That's the one.
Yeah, that's it. That's the idea, yeah.
Well, thank you very much, and thank you for coming down in here. And guys, I hope you enjoyed this, and you can find Mike Hill Motorsport. I think on the net, on eBay.
Yeah, we've got an eBay page and Facebook. Yeah,
you search on him. Trust me, you're gonna find him, and a lovely guy to meet. And his father is an extremely nice man. I met with your dad.
Yeah,
he's a proper old school English boy. He's one of them, the lads. Yeah. And thank you so much, and I hope you guys enjoyed this content, this episode, and please hit that like and subscribe, and hopefully we're going to see somebody else crazy about cars like Mike in the next time. So thank you and bye.